A list of characters who could be dead or dying as Season 4 of Yellowstone begins is long and borderline apocalyptic. John Dutton, Beth Dutton, Kayce Dutton, Jamie, Monica, a horse. Am I missing anyone? Season 3 ended with an episode called The World is Purple, and the cliffhanger had everyone feeling some kind of way. Even the usually even-keeled Carrie Underwood was like, WTF, guys? A Season 4 trailer revealed preciously slim new information, but inspired a great manhunt of sorts on Reddit, and we'll dive into that in just 1 second. The show also revealed some new characters, a list that is a bit of a spoiler, again, for reasons we'll address soon. In the meantime, let us know who you think lives, dies, and winds up in control of the Duttons' Yellowstone Ranch. Then hit subscribe because more coverage is coming, including some things you should know about the ranch the show is filmed on. I'm Billy Dukes, and there's a little notifications bell that you can click as well. But let's get started with all the theories on what's going to happen, ranging from the craziest to the most logical, if not probable. Kevin Costner's John Dutton was shot as he helped a woman on the side of the road, and the Season 3 finale ended with him taking his bloody cell phone out. Some interpreted this as he was mortally wounded. Some said that the phone saved his life. Costner himself has fueled some of these rumors by being pretty vague about his plans for a long time, but that's changed, and there's picture proof of it. Here are 2 pictures from his Instagram page that strongly suggest he's coming back for Season 4, and then there's the fact that he flat out told Good Housekeeping he's gonna work on Season 4 soon when they talked to him a year ago. Let's be honest, guys. You don't kill off your main character, unless you're The Office, and that didn't go too well. At best, John Dutton's daughter Beth has to be hospitalized after a bomb went off as she cleaned out her office. That was a huge explosion, and it seemed very possible it was fatal, especially with all the talk about Rip and revenge. The reason this theory has become a little bit crazy has to do with something we explored in a previous video. A new character named Carter arrives, played by Little Finn Little. Per the show, Carter is, quote, a young boy reminiscent of a young Rip. Beth decides the ranch is the best place to teach him a lesson on how to be a man, end quote. Kinda tough to teach lessons when you're dead. So yeah, Beth survived, at least for a while. This theory is slightly less crazy because it seems likely Jamie would take control of the ranch in this scenario, no questions asked. His claim as power of attorney is all kinds of muddled up after he realized he's not a real Dutton, but he seems pretty sure about it, meaning his real dad's theory that killing the king to get his empire is spot on. This, of course, dovetails with the popular theory that Jamie is aware of, if not behind at least part of the attacks. That doesn't make this list, as it seems pretty likely, and to be honest, 11 theories was enough. The idea that Rip is going to die is a little bit more of a prediction than a theory, because we're pretty sure he lived at the end of Season 3, but what if all the buzzards that circled over his head when he killed that horse were foreshadowing his death? A little bit wild, sure, but let's be honest. Killing Rip would be a massive blow to the show as they spent a full season making him the centerpiece character, but this theory has some legs because he and Walker seem destined to have a fight to the death. Walker, played by Ryan Bingham, has been saved before by Kayce. It seems more likely that he'll get whacked, but I will say Rip theories are the best on the internet. Does he live? Does he die? Does he avenge Beth's death? Does he take over Yellowstone somehow? Thumbs up this video if you can't wait to find out. But what if Walker turned on everyone? This is straight from Reddit and pretty interesting. Walker returned at the end of last season, which was a surprise, and then he started asking a whole lot of questions. Could the ex-con have flipped? He's always been loyal, but let's be honest, he has some enemies on the ranch. The theory is that Walker was wearing a wire, either for the police or for the family's enemies, and then he has information to share that could wreck the Dutton family. Alright, we're halfway through. Stand up, crack your knuckles. Now let's wait for 6 more. Do any of these theories make sense? Thumbs up if so, and let us know in the comments section which one you think is right. Theory 6 is that there was a 4th attack. We know about John, Kayce, and Beth, but when Kayce is on the phone with Monica before the gunmen come, some noticed an explosion in her proximity on the ranch. Then there are the buzzards heading towards the ranch. Maybe Monica is in danger, or maybe some bad sound editing mistimed the Beth explosion. The more we research and dive into Reddit boards, the more this multiple attackers theory seems possible. All of the focus is on Jamie and Rourke, but they're far from the only ones who want a Dutton dead. 3 or 4 attacks could have come from 3 or 4 groups with their own motives, including an attack from Rainwater and Blue Thunder. Problem with this theory is that Rainwater has always been a little bit hesitant to do this kind of thing, even if those around him are leaning on him to do just this. His driver Mo is among those who could carry out the deed, and Angela Blue Thunder has all but threatened the Duttons. Interestingly, an alliance also seems possible, but that could be just a plot point for season 4. Another attacker could be the Divine Discord biker gang that scuffled with the Duttons midway through last year because they were camping on the ranch. Fans have noticed a glimpse of license plates driven by the men who shot John. It was a California license plate, which is where the biker gang is from. That's good sleuthing, and a detail just prescient enough to give this some legs, but according to theory number 1, John lives. But who doesn't? 2 more theories to answer that question. Monica's death seems very possible, if not in the finale as described already, then somewhere along the way here. She's a Nexus character as Kayce Dutton's wife and the daughter of the Broken Rock Indian Reservation. Those kind of characters propel action, and she's just bland enough to die without any fans getting really upset by it. If not Monica, it's gonna be Jimmy. Okay, we softened our position on this somewhat as news of Jimmy being part of the 4/6's spin-off show has thrown us for a loop, but if the horse accident didn't kill Jimmy, it certainly messed him up real good. Like Monica, he could be on borrowed time in season 4. We don't suggest betting on who's going to live and die on a television show like Yellowstone, but if you're going to, these 2 are the smart money for now, but let's be honest, there's no real long shots here. I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing.